覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Welcome to World Breaker Coo's Reviews. I'm your host, World Breaker Coo, and today we're reviewing Loose Collector Muraco of the West. So yeah, that's Loose Collector Muraco of the West. Forgive me, I am not as good with this guy's name because I don't really know this guy. This is I think an original IP character, and he's so large that I have to expand my view so you guys can see him. He's a big boy. Here is one of my astrobots compared to him, and she's dwarfed. Even my boy over here, Fang, he's dwarfed by the wolf, and you can tell they're both really nice quality figures when it comes to the paint department. So I'm really digging this guy, and I think you guys will too. Everything's not all good though. Everything's not all good, so don't get it twisted. We have some QC issues. One more little comparison there. There he is next to a Fortnite figure from Hasbro, which is essentially like a Marvel Legends. Let's bring in Marvel Legends Wolverine just so that way you guys have a common Marvel Legend you might have in your collection, so you can say, oh gosh, he is that big. Yes, he is. So he's quite massive. What I do like about him is the paint, because it's everywhere. Let's go in a little bit closer. The paint detail is everywhere. I wish I had let me change this light a bit so you guys can see it under different lighting, because it's phenomenal. Yeah. Great paint on it. The articulation is a little bit problematic. That's where some of my issues began. You can see my jaw for mine is a bit off there. Let me bring it in a little closer so you guys can see. So one issue with mine is the jaw doesn't always stay connected because it's like a soft plastic piece, so it can open and close. I still love that feature. But for the most part, you know, as long as you push it back in, it's fine. There's some really nice glossy paint effects in there. The eyes are popping. This is a softer piece that you can take off. Not sure why you would. He also has a tail, and this is a soft, like diaper-ish piece there as well. And he has some good range for his hands, or his arm, I should say, where he can get in some decent poses here. And he's one of the biggest figures I have in my collection. He's definitely a heavy guy. You wouldn't think he's going to be able to stand, but he stands really good to have so much upper body. One of the things I think that helps him is his hands and his arms. They're so massive, it's easier to balance. I do especially like the paint on his toes. Look how that black is. Let's brighten it up a bit so you guys can see it better, because I can't see now. There we go. The black on the toes looks really good. Very vibrant. I got the gray one because I wanted the brown one almost, but gray's more inclined to what I think of when I think of werewolf. Sometimes black and brown, sometimes not really so much white, but this one I want some paint. All right. The thing that I don't like about this guy is the leg articulation. It's good on one leg for me. My leg here feels like it's going to break. Of course, now it moves. Oh, now it moves. Never mind. So we're going to change that. I've heated this sucker up so many times. I was worried I was going to break it, and now it's ratcheting and moving. So let's remove that complaint. I guess it just takes a while, and I've had this for about a week, and it just had not, you know, been able to kind of fix itself until now. So yeah, that aside, now you can see he has some decent kicks. Backwards, not so much with this diaper in the way. But that's not too bad. I'm not sure why he'd be doing all that type of kicking anyway. And his arms are really nice. So you've got some nice articulation in this guy. Look how wide out he can get his arm. And he's lanky. He's imposing, athletic looking, and at the same time lanky. I would hate to see this thing coming for me, man. This is just vicious. So yeah, that's nice. Let's talk about some of his accessories as I'm still messing around with all this posing, because he stands well. It's just you got to get him in that perfect spot where his knees, because they're kind of, you know, I forget what you call them, degrade or something with the D, and that's what helps him stand. You have to get that center balance. He also comes with these pieces as a fist. And I love that he gave us a fist, even though I'm not sure if I'll ever use it, because if I'm sitting a werewolf, I'm more worried about them clawing me to pieces and they're biting me than them punching me. But it is nice to see that effect. Then he has another one of those really open hands, which I love, that scream, I'm going to claw you to pieces, then rip out your heart. And then there's that graspy hand where you can grasp something and hold it and say, I'm going to drink your blood or whatnot. Who knows? Who knows at this point? But either way, great figure. I do think you can fit this guy into the Mythic Legions line. Let me see if I have any Mythic Legions around, and I sure do. This is not Mythic Legions. This is Warrior Kingdom, Animals of the Kingdom, and that looks good. But what looks even better is when I add this guy right here. He's a Mythic Legion, and you can see, yeah, you can have these guys in the same universe. I can see these two fighting. God, that looks real good, actually. You know, he's out, like he's going to be in some trouble here if he does not get some help. So, yeah, all in all, I think that this guy is a good figure. At $100, he is quite pricey. If you have the patience to work through him, through his stiff joints, because he is stiff, you know, then I think you're going to have a great figure, because the detail, the articulation, well, the detail and the sculpt in this guy just screams, whoa, what's it on the shelf? It jumps out at you. So that could be a picture right there. So out of 10, I would give this guy a 9.5. If they had fixed some of the shiftiness of like some of the articulation, he'd be perfect. It just kind of worries me about that leg, especially if you don't really spend some time with it. But besides that, I think you can't get much better besides, you know, with the small problems I had. So thanks for watching. Until next time, peace and chicken grease. Ow.